It's about that time, guys. Really nice. All this area to work with, but the fish are out. Boom, boom, boom. Banger of a koi fish. Big piece of our underlayment, the waterfall section.
Hana Hui A Maui.
Aloha, my ohana. It is your boy back with another aquatic adventure. Now, if you're new to the channel, we talk about everything in the aquarium hobby. It's about that time, guys. We are gonna start the waterfall section of Tiki Falls. I know it's been a long time. You guys have been waiting. I've been waiting, but I just had to really sit down and plan my attack on how I'm going to start this thing. So I don't leave anything out. If you guys want to follow the journey of Tiki Falls 4.0, I'll leave a card up above. I created a playlist. You can binge watch that thing and see from the very beginning what this pond looked like when I first started. The plan, I really took time. And then in those videos, you will see why I just take my time, because I want to make sure it's done right the first time. I don't want to come back and redo it. So I'm planning this waterfall section today, so enjoy this video. Let's get into it. Let me flip the camera around and show you what's up. All right, my ohana, so this is the ugliest part of Tiki Falls, which is the unfinished waterfall section. Now, I do have a vision. In order to complete this vision, though, we have to do some construction on this area. So my vision here is to have two waterfalls. One come in to the left here and come off of that rock. One come into the right and come in between those two boulders where the straight pipe is. That's going to be the goal. And then we're going to plant a bunch of plants in the background to cover it all. But before we do all that, I want to show you just a little glimpse of the Japanese koi fish. They're doing great, but we'll get into those guys a little bit later. But we have to reconfigure this. That's why I have another 3-inch pipe over here. So the plan is to maybe put 90-degree angle pipes and run the water off to the far right, so that we have all this area to work with without the water being in the way, or the pipe. And we'll have our plants set up in the background. Let me show you the plants that I have. They're all over here to the far left. Most of these plants I got from my boy Victor, so shout out to my boy Victor. Yeah, we have a bunch of plants here. We also have in this box, let me walk over here and show you guys, we have our underlayment. It's a piece of 25 feet by 25 feet. It's a big piece. I need a lot of underlayment, and I'll explain why. But yeah, we have the underlayment, so we're good to go. But basically, we're going to try to get rid of this straight pipe, and we're going to reconfigure this water. So I'm going to take you guys on this little journey, because you guys need to know what's going on, right? Have this water enter on the far right side, and then we have this open spot here to work with, and the filter can still be running. So here we are on the side of the pond. We're going to walk over here. I'm going to show you guys the 90. Here's the 90-degree elbows that we have. We got one attached there. We're going to cut the pipe, turn off everything, run the water off to this far left side, and then that way we have all this area to work with, so we can work on the waterfall and still have the pond filter running. So I'm going to move this pipe over some. I'm just leaning it here for now, but it gives you an idea of what the plan is, and I'm taking you guys on this journey, you know. So over here is where I have my 45 mil EPDM liner. That's my pond liner. It's a 20 feet by 25 feet. It's overkill, but I need to have more than less, that's for sure. So that's secure here. These are some of the plants I have. I have a bunch of fortnight lilies here. I have an asparagus plant here, which I love. Very prehistoric tropical plant. And then speaking of tropical, I have a bunch of tropicals on this side. I have a nice, beautiful little sago palm, or palm, I should say. And then we have some aloe. I have some more fortnight lilies here. In the back, we have, some Hawaiian ginger. We have tropical cannas. We have a taro plant. We have an agapanthus. So we have plenty of plants to plant in the background. And then, of course, we have some Hawaiian tea leaf and then plumerias. But plumerias aren't going to work well here. But you can see this wall of tropical canna is the same idea I'm going to have in the back here. So it's going to cover all of that area there. You're not going to be able to see any of the filtration or anything. All that canna and plants are going to just grow. It's going to have a nice tropical background, which I can't wait to put up. Look at that. It's going to just be so lush. But let's go and try to get this all connected, guys, and reroute everything, you know? See what happens. All right, my ohana. So as you can see, the koi fish are doing great. They're happy. The sun is out. The guns aren't out, but the fish are out. That's for sure. Hanging out. But what I wanted to show you guys was, hey, we rerouted the 3-inch PVC pipe, and as you can see, we have it running right out over here. A nice little flow. water agitation going hard, but you can see I have this actinia kind of covering the pipe, which is kind of cool, you know, it's kind of hidden in between the rocks there. But you can see the 3-inch pipe goes up and around. So now your boy has all this area to work with, and we can build this waterfall while the pond is being filtered. That was one of the biggest things that we had to do. So I'm gonna walk over there. We're gonna show you guys what's going on because you deserve to know. So your boy did some nice little handy dandy 3-inch PVC pipe work. Glue in these pipes, no leaks. You can kind of see it right here, coming out. 3-inch pipe. I got this bad boy on these cinder blocks just to give it some stability because it was kind of sagging right here in this point. It's not so much leaning up against this sago palm, which I like, but you can see, boom, boom, bam, all the way up. And then I got it resting the 90 right here on the edge of this piece of wood here. So it's stabilizing it here. And then the water's just coming out from the Mountain Tree Natural Eco Pond filtration system. Just does a quick 90 right there. Boom, boom, boom. No leaks, no leaks. So this is going to be great because check out the space we have. All this space now to work with. I don't have to worry about the pipe being in the way. So now we can kind of do some handy dandy rock work with the rocks that we have over there. Look at all the weeds kind of growing over, taking it over. You can't even see the rocks. But I am super happy that we did this. This is like baby steps, guys, baby steps. Quick little update. I can see the baby koi over there I got from my boy Big D versus Fish, that yellow one. I did see the silver one or the gray one, kind of gray bluish one. So that was some good news. I saw it, I don't know, earlier, but you can see he's happy. He's actually got some size on him too already. And I've only had him for, geez, not even like a couple weeks, maybe 3 weeks I've had him. The Tancho butterfly kohaku right there. Look at, he's looking great too, the butterfly, look at him. He's so happy right now and he still has the red dot. So I always want to do the update on the Tanchos, that's for sure. Everybody here is doing great. You can see the pond, Tiki Falls, looking magnificent. Oh, the Keali'i, he's turned out to be really nice. You know who's really been turned out nice is my He'utsuri, the black and red. Look at him. The colors, oh my goodness, look at him. Some nice size on him too. That he and the Sumi, that black, oh my gosh. Those are both Koi Enterprise. Look at the Ki and the He'utsuri, black and yellow, red and black. Oh, look at them swimming next to each other like I planned it. Yeah, but anyways, I am really happy on the way he's looking. My He'utsuri, yeah, he's turned out to be a banger of a koi fish. Look at him. Ah, just beautiful. So enough with the koi talk. Look what your boy just did. Not only did we paint the pipe black, which looks so much nicer, but we also cut a big piece of our underlayment. So now you guys can get a better idea. Now I'm gonna go up over there and show you guys and talk a little bit about you know, how we're gonna create the waterfall, where we're gonna start and finish. But this just gives you an idea of the layout. So we have our underlayment cut out, and I should have colored that pipe a long time ago. It just looks so much nicer. It's easier on the eyes. You can see the pipe coming out right there of the actinia. But yeah, as I zoom out, you guys can see or get a better visual of where the waterfall section is going to be. So let me walk up over there. Let's go around this way. God, I just love the pond from this angle here. So now we're up over here in the waterfall section. And as you can see, our underlayment, you can see how big it is. It's pretty much overkill, but I'd rather have more than less, right? So we cut a big piece out. I think it was a 20 by 25 piece of underlayment. So I have a bunch of leftover because I'm gonna need the leftover as we start to set rocks in here. So this right here is gonna be on obviously the underlayment, and then we're gonna put our pond liner on top of this. Now this is gonna protect the liner from small rocks. If there's anything sharp, maybe a stick or something, it's just gonna protect the liner. So that's all it is. You don't have to have this, but it definitely helps to have just for extra insurance on your pond liner. And then with the extra liner or the extra underlayment that I have, I'm gonna put that on top of the pond liner as we set rocks down so it doesn't damage the liner, because the liner is gonna be exposed. It's gonna be on top of this. So I'll cut big squares, big chunks as we put a rock down. I'll put another piece of underlayment under that. So it'll kind of sandwich. So all that pressure is going to go on the underlayment, then it'll be the pond liner, and then we got this underlayment underneath it. So that's going to be the layers, and we'll get into details once I start the waterfall section, but I just wanted to give you guys a sense of what's going on. And honestly, with the rocks that I have, I don't have many, so I'll probably start the waterfall section right in this little area here. So I'll have it branch off and go this way in between those two boulders, and then it'll come this way and go right off of that boulder into the pond. So we'll have a nice little waterfall in this shallow section and then one in the deeper section. So yeah, I think it's gonna look great. And then obviously back here will be just plants galore. It'll grow up, it'll cover all this. I'm gonna have to reconfigure the pipe, so I'll have to cut all this. I'll have a pipe coming down here, another piece of pipe coming this way, so we'll split the waterfall, and that'll all be hidden. You won't be able to see any of this because of all the plants, like I said earlier in the video. Now, if you're wondering about my rocks, I have all my rocks staged on the side of the pond over here. I have some really nice boulders. Like this one here, look it has all this lichen. It's got some nice moss growing in, so it gives it a really nice natural look. I love this rock. This rock is nice. I have some really nice rocks with some character. This is my little area where I have my boulders, so these are the rocks that I have to work with. So I don't have many, but I have enough to make the waterfall. We're gonna make this thing happen, my ohana. You can see my graveyard of boulders. You can see it's covered by this weed that's growing over it. But yeah, there's a lot of this. I just gotta tear this stuff back. A lot of my rocks are just covered by this stuff, but this is a really nice one. This is probably one of the bigger ones. It's a big one there. Yeah, boulders galore over here. So we do have some rock to create this waterfall. All right, so I guess you can kind of say we broke ground on the waterfall section of Tiki Falls. Now, the next video that I have on Tiki Falls, I'll probably have the pond liner laid out, cut on top of the hill, on top of the underlayment, and then maybe we'll have a couple rocks in position to start the double waterfall. I'm glad I can bring you on this journey, my ohana. Hey, it's NFL Sunday. Go Rams. Take care. Much love and aloha.